prop.
This flight is on day one of an almost 2-week-long vacation trip to New England. We are headed to Narragansett, Rhode Island, and the airport that will be home to my Bonanza for the next few days is Quonset State, a public use airport that also hosts both the Air and Army National Guard. On the way out from Iowa, we tried a new stop for lunch and fuel, Arnold Palmer Regional Airport just east of Pittsburgh. It's a Howard Field. V. Neal is a nice FBO with reasonable fuel prices, and next doors is a great Italian restaurant inside the passenger terminal building. The direct route from Arnold Palmer to Quonset takes us over the mainland, north of the Long Island Sound. Given that it was an exceptionally beautiful day, I was tempted to fly a little further south and do some sightseeing over New York City and Long Island. I had flown down low over the Hudson in New York City before, but not at a higher altitude. Maybe somewhat boldly, I filed an IFR flight plan at 9,000 feet right over Teterboro and JFK, fully expecting it to be declined. Plan B was to cancel IFR and proceed VFR above the New York City Class Bravo airspace, easy to do since it tops out at 7,000 feet. Here's how it all happened.
Palmer ground, good afternoon, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, information, Quebec, IFR flight plan file to Quonset and ready to copy.
November 70 Tango Bravo, Palmer ground, clear to Quonset State Airport via Johnstown VORTAC, and is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect 9,000, 10 minutes after departure. Johnstown Departure frequency 121.2. Squawk 7235.
November 70 Tango Bravo, cleared to the Quonset Airport via Johnstown, then as filed. Climb maintain 5,000, expect 9,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.2, Squawk 7235.
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, readback correct. Are you ready to taxi?
Okay, so my route over New York was accepted as filed. Fantastic. Needless to say, this was too good to be true. The first change came when I didn't have the cameras running. Before Allentown, the center controller advised us we would eventually have to descend to 5,000 feet to stay on the filed route. At 9,000, we would have to go further north. So far, so good. 5,000 feet would probably be even better for sightseeing. Now, on Allentown approach, things got worse. As you'll hear in a second, we were offered a route at 7,000 going way north, or a more direct route to Quonset at 5,000. But even this route at 5,000 would no longer take us over New York City.
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, have new reading to your destination. We'll take you over to Huguenot VOR if you can accept 5,000 as your final altitude.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, yeah, center told us that we'd have to go to 5,000 to stay on the route. Is this a different route now?
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, if you'd like to stay at 7, it would be another route over Lake Intersection and take you northbound, a little bit out of your way. The 5,000 route is a little more direct.
We'll take the 5,000.
And 0 Tango Bravo, roger. It's full route, this is advisory copy.
What was the last thing you said?
Number 70 Kilo, contact Harrisburg approach, 126.45.
645, 70 Kilo.
And Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, just to confirm, right now, descend and maintain 8,000?
And 0 Tango Bravo, affirmative, maintain 8,000. Let me know when you're ready to copy the clearance.
Alright, 8,000 and ready to copy.
Number 7 Lima Charlie, contact Philadelphia approach, 123.8.
123.8, was that for 7 Lima Charlie?
Number 7 Lima Charlie, affirmative, 123.8 for Philadelphia.
23.8, have a great day, thanks for your help, 7 Lima Charlie.
Number 0 Tango Bravo, clear to the Oscar Quebec Uniform Airport via direct SCOUP intersection, Sierra Charlie, Oscar Uniform Papa, Jordan Victor 162, Huguenot VOR, Hotel Uniform Oscar, direct Paulings VOR, Papa Whiskey Lima, direct Hartford VOR, Hotel Foxtrot Delta, direct Providence VOR, Papa Victor Delta, direct destination, maintain 5,000.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, clear to the Quonset Airport via direct SCOUP intersection, Sierra Charlie Oscar Uniform Papa, Victor 162, Hotel Uniform Oscar Papa Whiskey Lima, Hotel Foxtrot Delta, Papa Victor Delta, direct climb and descend maintain 5,000.
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, readback correct.
61 Sierra Papa,
Let's see where that takes us.
1 Sierra Papa, roger, radio service terminated. Squawk VFR, change your advisor frequency approved. Good day.
Tiger 74429er.
74429er.
Affirmative, 74429er is 5 south of Sky Manor, climbing through 8.3 for 8.5 on 300 heading. The request advisories...
Oh, they're taking us away from here.
Number 429er, ident.
Identity, 429.
Helicopter 6 Delta Tango. Did you want to stay at 4,000 or were you looking for higher?
Instead cancel and go VFR the way we wanted.
6
Weather's
Delta Tango,
beautiful
roger.
ahead.
For now, proceed direct to Busky intersection, Bravo, Uniform.
There was, of course, another option. I could cancel IFR and proceed VFR in any direction I wanted, so long as I stay outside the Class Bravo airspace.
Approach Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo. I took a look at the route. That is quite a bit further north than where we wanted to go. Looking at the weather, what we'll do instead is cancel IFR at this time and then proceed VFR on the original route at 7,500.
And 0 Tango Bravo, roger. IFR cancellation received. Maintain VFR 7,500 on course.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, VFR is 7,500.
Allentown was unable to hand us off to New York approach for continued flight following and suggested we try it ourselves a bit later. As you may know, flight following is offered on a workload permitting basis only, and I didn't know if it would be offered by New York. On this particular flight, I wasn't too unhappy about the lack of flight following. Helpful as it is to spot traffic, the downside is that you must follow ATC instructions when talking to them. Instructions such as turn away from Manhattan. Sure, the airspace over New York City is very busy, but visibility that afternoon was excellent, and we had 2 pairs of eyes in the cockpit looking for traffic, assisted by the Lynx transponder that provides outstanding traffic display and alerts through both ADS-B in and active traffic. From a weather and equipment perspective, it doesn't get any better. So we proceeded, just listening to the approach frequency Allentown had given us, but without asking for flight following.
Number 0 Tango Bravo, unable to hand off to New York approach. Radio service is terminated. Squawk VFR. You can try them at a couple of miles on 128.55.
Okay, 128.55 in a few miles. Until then, Squawk VFR. Thank you for the help. Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo.
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo. That traffic again about 6 north of you, southeastbound, staying out 9,500.
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo. Roger. Negative contact. We'll keep moving, man. That is Teterboro Airport. Runway going like this.
Yes. And 1503, contact the final controller 125.5. See ya.
25.5, okay, and 1503.
Number 3 Tango Bravo, you can proceed direct to Muskie.
Direct Muskie, 3 Tango Bravo.
Enable, like to request 2000. Number 20 Kilo, firm, I'll be lower here in a few more miles as soon as you clear the north funnel.
A couple of times, we made a turn so as to not get too close to other traffic.
Yeah, 7 Tiger 74429er. Ground Tiger 74429er, you can approach Newark altimeter 3000. What's your destination today? 4429er is heading for 47 November. We're roger that.
Approach Cadet Maple 7686, level 6000, we have uniform.
Maple 7686, you can approach, good afternoon, descend and maintain 5000.
Descend and maintain 5000, Maple 7686.
Number 3 Victor Zulu, contact New York 127.6, good day. 276, you have a good one, 3 Victor Zulu. Number 620 Kilo, you can descend your discretion and proceed direct to Central Jersey.
Yeah, yes, got him.
Central Jersey, descend to Circle, 200, thank you. Approach 734 Alpha, can you just confirm clearance from Class Bravo? That's fine, X-ray firm, you are clear to the Class Bravo on course 5,500.
Well, thank you. 1190, 6000.
1190, Nuke approach, roger, descend and maintain 5,000.
Okay, 5000, 1190.
Maple 7686, turn left end 170.
Left heading 170, Maple 7686.
Yep, got him. Just one more clamping ahead.
Maple 7686, make it a 160 on the heading and contact the final 125.5. See ya.
160 on the heading, 25.5, Maple 7686 today.
Approach Jazz 496, 6000, uniform.
Jazz 496, Nuke approach here. Number 3 Tango Bravo, contact Allentown approach 124.45. See ya.
2445, 3 Tango Bravo, good day.
There are so many airplanes over there, Mark.
Number 20 Kilo, roger, when you're clear the Bravo, which will be just about another mile here. Ready, sir, Sermon, Squawk, and maintain VFR, frig exchange approved. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks for the help, please, Victor.
201 stand, number 20 Echo Whiskey, New York, Island 6, altimeter 3000.
630, that's on 0, Whiskey.
Spirit 792, New York, uniforms, current ILS 4, right, altimeter 3000.
4800, 3782.
1190, left end 170.
170, 1190.
Jazz 496, descend and maintain 5,000.
That maintain 5000, Jazz 196.
Spirit Wing 792, Squawk 2605, descend and maintain 6,000.
Lock in 2605, maintain 6000, 3782.
JetBlue 12, speed 210, contact the final 125.5. See ya.
210, 255, 125.5, JetBlue 12, good day.
Approach ATAC 506 at 7,500, VFR to Kingston.
ATAC 506, what's your position? You're about 5 south of Solbridge. ATAC aircraft calling. What's your position?
We're only about 10 miles east of our destination.
Roger, what was your destination?
Sorry, 39 November, Princeton.
ATAC 506, roger, and the altimeter is 3000, and you can descend and maintain 6,500 for now, lower for you here in about 5 miles.
3000, 6,000, ATAC 500, 506.
1190, left end 140, contact the final 125.5, see ya.
140, 125.5, 1190, goodbye.
ATAC 506, flying 220, vector straight descent.
220, ATAC 506.
Jazz 496, left end 170.
Left 170, Jazz 496.
Spirit 792, turn right end 120.
Steady 120, 792.
Jazz 496, as you roll out, traffic will get you 2 o'clock, 5 miles eastbound to Cessna 172, VFR 5500. Contact the final controller 125.5, see ya.
Roger, and 1255 to Jazz 496.
Approach FedEx 722, 6,000.
FedEx 722, New York, roger, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, FedEx 722.
ATAC 506, continue descent at or below 3,500.
Got him.
ATAC 506, continue descent at or below 5,000, or correction, at or below 3,000.
Our altitude, black point, going right to left.
Continue descent below, not below 3,500.
He's above us now.
Services, ATAC 506.
It's at or below 3,500.
ATAC 506, we just got a field set, like to cancel that services.
Roger, Squawk VFR for your change proves you.
LaGuardia Airport below us.
Yep.
Air approach 233 is with you, level 6,000 on Victor.
233, New York, roger, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, United 233.
Spirit 792, descend and maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, service 792. Approach AC 4444, level 8, Victor.
H4444, New York, ILS 4 right, altimeter is 3000.
004 right, AC 4444.
Spirit 792, left 090, contact the final 125.5, see ya.
25.5, heading 090, good day, Spirit 792.
Number 429er, traffic's at your 10 o'clock and 4 miles southwestbound VFR 3200, descending type unknown.
Native contact, 429er.
AC 4444, right 090.
Right, 090, AC 4444.
That's JFK.
Plane taking off.
Doesn't that look cool?
Yeah, flying's off the ground.
429er has taken right.
429er, right, thank you. Radar service terminated, Squawk maintain VFR, frequency change approved. Have a good one.
VFR, 429, thanks for the help. Have a great day.
Number 0 Echo Whiskey, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, 0 Echo Whiskey.
Number 0 Echo Whiskey, flying 360, vectors descent.
360, 0 Echo Whiskey.
FedEx 722, turn left end 150, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, heading 150, FedEx 722.
FedEx 722, contact the final on 125.5, see ya.
FedEx 722.
Protect 1552, 6,190 heading.
At 1552, New York, roger, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, United 1552.
H4444, descend and maintain 5,000.
Center maintain 5, AC 4444.
Yep, he's climbing away from us.
taxi 4444, contact the 5 controller 125.5, shift.
255, get AC 4444.
Number 0 Echo Whiskey, turn right 090 to join the ILS 6 localizer, contact approach on 127.6, good day.
090 to join 6 localizer, 1276, Echo Whiskey, see you. AC 3855, 8000.
H 3765, New York, Victor's current now, ILS 4 right, altimeter 3000.
All right, thank you. United 941 Heavy, switching level 6000, Victor.
941 Heavy, New York approach, roger.
As I mentioned earlier, the visibility was outstanding that day, providing a terrific view of the city. We continued over Long Island towards Quonset, the first stop on this vacation trip. Later, I would take the Bonanza to Martha's Vineyard, Boston Logan, and New York's Kennedy Airport, so those videos will be coming in the near future.